Assalamu alaikum. Today the topic of my presentation, or you can say the topic or lecture, is on configuring local AAA for console and VTY access. So first of all, what we will do, we will log in from a console cable to our router. And we already have configured the OSPF protocols and other things, MD5 authentication. So we don't need to overthrow all these uh, from scratch. So we will do it. Just we will focus on local AAA configuration. So enable, the password is Cisco ENPA 555. Let's put again the password. Have we log in to our router? That is privilege configuration mode. We are in privilege mode. So first of all we will go for configuration mode. That is T. Configure T. And then what we will do, we will make a user admin1 secret admin1 PA55. Then we will now make a new model for AAA authentication. AAA new model. Now we will by default we will do the default login methods. That's AAA authentication login default local. So we had created a AAA model in our system, in our router. So then we will go for line console 0. Here we will configure our authentication by the name login authentication default. Have we done it? Now what we will do, we will end the task. We will exit. Now see, we had configured our AAA authentication method or AAA model. So now we will go for the user admin1 and secret and the password is admin1 PA55 and enable. Again we have to put the enable password Cisco ENPA55. Then what we will do, we will further work on this authentication method through VTY, through telnet. So we will go for config T, means user configuration mode. Then we will create IP domain name netsec.com. That is a domain. So we will again work on our SSH model, crypto key, generate RSA, general keys modulus modulus 1024. As we configured it, now we will go for AAA authentication. Now we will authenticate our AAA model into SSH. AAA authentication login. Now SSH login local. Here we actually make a login name SSH dash login local. Now what we'll do, we will go for line VTY 04, where the telnet is considered. Actually, the telnet is in simple and plain text. It is not encrypted. So now we will work on encrypted method, that is SSH, and login authentication SSH login transport input SSH. Now, as we done our local AAA authentication by using console in a router, and also uh, by LAN VTY, or you can say remote remote login, to remote login. Now we will end. Now we will end and exit. Now we will see either it is configured or not. We will go for PC, then we will put the command as mentioned, SSH dash L admin 1 192.168.1.1, and again put the password P1 PA55. So we are logging through remote devices, from a remote device. We are actually now we are logging from a local device. Now let's log in from a remote device and see what will happen. SSH L admin 1 92.168.1.1. Let's admin 1 PA55. See, we are logging from a AAA configured router through remote devices to a remote device, or you can say to telnet. Enable. Now we have to put the enable password, Cisco ENPA. Now we are actually now configured. Now we can see show running config. See, we can easily learn that this AAA authentication method is configured in our router and with a domain name, and it is properly encrypting our devices, and authorization and access all it has with the console as well as with the uh, as well as with the telnet, or you can say remote devices. So we will end this lecture now.